What's going on, guys? Welcome back, doing another video, and this is I'm going to be showing how to make Sam's Club. It has been forever since I first got this suggested and wanted to do this, and I finally got it figured out. It's not the greatest thing, but I was having troubles with it, and I think I did an okay job. I don't know. You be the judge of that, not me, because your opinion matters more than mine in this situation. Up to you, but yeah. Definitely a tricky one for me, and I think I got it, sort of, in a way. I don't know. But, yeah, I don't have anything else to say, so that being said, enjoy the tutorial, and I will catch you on the flip side. Alrighty, so these basically are going to need for this an 89 by 56, and the materials we're needing to start off are sandstone, which I don't use a lot, and it's not going to be used a lot in this build, but it needs to be, actually, it needs to be used, maybe the least of every material, but it still is used a lot. Gray concrete. I can think, I promise. Black stained glass blocks. Acacia doors, or whatever door you want to use. Dark oak might look good in this, because of the color combination we have going on. Light gray concrete. White concrete. Blue concrete. Oh, I hate when it works out this way. Terrible. Pillar quartz block, and I guess we'll go tripwire hook. You do also need a spruce door, or you could just use a dark oak door or an acacia door, or whatever door. I would prefer spruce. Also, something worth mentioning is that this thing is massive. Now, for legal reasons, if this is a real city that you're putting this in, which I'm gonna assume that it is, and you're not just building this for fun, although I do know people who do that. Which, I mean, sure, I guess I am kind of whatever. If you're putting this in a city, I would recommend adding doors scattered around the outside, maybe like 2 or 3 more, just as emergency exits, because you need those. They're a legal requirement. At least I know that's there's some capacity thing. I don't know if you really care. You can look it up for accuracy, but I don't know if it's different per country or what it is. But I know depending on the size of the building, you're gonna need a certain amount of exits. I looked that up one time. Don't ask why. I was actually looking at it because of not Toys R Us. It was more recent than that. It was whatever's to the left of this. I think Aldi. No, it was the one before that, I think. I don't remember. But, yeah, that's sort of relevant. So, like, if you're making, I don't know, a Taco Bell, for example, you'd probably want, like, 2 exits, front entrance, and then the one at the back, the employees one. This one has 2. I would recommend adding more than 2, just because, again, yeah, it's a big building, and that's kind of how that works. Anyways, starting from the front left-hand corner of your 89 by 56 grid cough, if you made it, you want to count back by 5 and right by 1, and going right, you want to place 30 sandstone. Then go forward diagonally to the right by 1, forward 2, oopsies, right 3, just pretend like you never saw that, back 2, back diagonally to the right by 1, right 1, back diagonally to the right with a black stained glass block, right with 2 acacia doors, black glass, forward diagonally to the right with a sandstone, right 1, back diagonally to the right with a black glass, right with 1 acacia door, not 2, sorry, black stained glass, forward diagonally to the right with a sandstone, right 1, back diagonally to the right with a black glass, right with 2 acacia doors that time, or dark oak door, whatever door you want to use, then a black stained glass block, forward diagonally to the right with a sandstone, right 1, forward diagonally to the right 1, forward 2, right 3, back 2, back diagonally to the right by 1, right by 29, and then that will give you this. I know that was a lot, but that's what you should have. It's not actually a whole ton. I mean, that's the front of your build, the layout of it. It looks a little weird. Mainly because of those 2 pillars. Those 2. make it just, I don't know, look strange. It kind of looks like a table, a really, really, really long table. Sure. What you want to do is you want to take the far right and the far left blocks. You can start with one or the other if you want. I'm going to start the right side. I am going to do both. Because it's going to matter. You'll see why it matters. I can give you the number for the entire back if you want to just do one and then play the four corners game and go across the back and then forward. But I'm going to bring them both back because we have the garage door and stuff. I don't know how that number is going to split up, but I can probably mathematically give it to you. But what I would just recommend doing is bringing the far right and far left hand sandstones back each by 49. By the way, you can change this number if you think it should be different. Just like that. So the entire back of your build is going to be a total of 87. So assuming you made one wall, then it would be 86 across. And then the garage and the door would take off 13 from that. So I believe you'd go across the back by 73. And then a door, and then 2 sandstone, and then a 7-block gap, and then 3 sandstone, and then connect forward from that block. I think that's how that would work. That sounds right in my head. Maybe not, wait. Let me redo that. No, it would not be that. It would be 74. Sorry. So 74 across, and then a door, and then 2, and then 7-block gap, and then 3, and then connect forward. That should work that way. That's why I did it like this, though, so you have a frame and you can start at either corner and choose which side you want the garage on. Now, personally, for me, I want it in the back left-hand corner, but if you want it in the back right-hand corner, then I would start at the back right-hand corner. So we're going to orient ourselves again based off the left side, or I guess the right from the front being the left, and the left side from the front being the right. So essentially we're flipping everything. So our left is to our left, our right is to our right, and we're looking towards the front. There's not a whole lot to go off of because of just a layout. But what you want to do is you want to bring the sandstone here across the back, which is going to be left for me by 2 with sandstone. Then move it technically backward diagonally to the left by 1. It's towards the front of the build with a sideways pillar quartz block. Bring that sideways pillar quartz block left by 6. Then 4 diagonally to the left of the sandstone. Bring it left 1. And then stop there for a second and come back to your sideways pillar quartz blocks, and you want to take the middle one and you want to bring it towards you with a tripwire hook. You can then get rid of that tripwire hook and get out a spruce door and keep going from this row. So left of that second sandstone, place a spruce door and then connect all the way left with what should be 74 sandstone, I think. Don't quote me on that number. And I'm not going to bother counting it, but the total is 87. I can tell you the total row is 87. So yeah, just like that. Let's start off with something easy, shall we? To kick us off from there, our layout to build up. You want to place on top of every single sandstone 3 rows of gray concrete. So essentially, we're just going to build this up sort of like this. Moving on, I think it's easier that way. Although I'm not sure. Typically, I think what I would have done is I would have built around like that and then just done the entire back walls. But I think we can incorporate the middle into this and still do okay. Although I'm not sure. Just make sure you understand that we have essentially a box going around our build and then the little fancy stuff going on at the front with the doors and everything. Just try to be able to differentiate everything that's happening there, because that is probably going to be important, although we'll see how I decide to split up our building process. I'm not 100% positive yet. With that being said, hopefully everyone is having a good day or night. I am for the most part. I'm like almost 100% from being sick, so that's good. And I'm recording this Saturday, so the day you're seeing the modern house, which I sound like I was dead in, which is okay. But Yeah, I would like to, maybe I'll stream Tuesday, maybe, which is tomorrow. I could stream Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and maybe even Monday if I wanted, although I don't typically stream on Mondays, but we'll see. Since I did end up missing whatever day it was that I wanted to stream, I might just stream a whole ton. But we'll see, because streaming is also more fun for me. Also, by the way, bring up the spruce door with 2 gray concrete and ignore the garage for now, because it's special, and we don't want to do anything with the gray concrete with it. The light gray concrete on top, we do want to do stuff with. I'm honestly, the most interesting thing for me for making these things is how I'm able to remember it, because I'm not looking at a picture of I don't have a picture of the back. I did not take a picture of the back. I completely forgot, and I was like, oh well, I don't feel like it. I'm remembering all of this is off the top of my head, which is kind of impressive. It's not a great thing to rely on, because you'll notice I don't know numbers, because I don't, like, take note of those numbers. But, like, that number I know, because I always keep it an even number. But I don't know all the numbers. Like, I have the number with the light gray concrete written down, because that's a big number. But now what you're going to want to do is you want to come to the front, and you want to come to the doors. The acacia or whatever door you're using. You want to bring the black glass on either side of the door up with 2 black glass, and then bring the doors up with 1 black glass each. So that's going to give you this. Just like that. Connect the top row of gray concrete together just over the doors, and it should be a straight line. So we have... So you can essentially see the box that we have now. So I do just want to say also, if you want to just go ahead and place, I think it's 8. Let me double check. Yeah, 8 rows of light gray concrete on top of all the gray concrete you can. I'm not going to do it that way because I don't see it fit to do it that way. What is the number? Hang on, I'm trying to figure out what the number is because I can't see. I think it's the same. Yeah, it is the same. You know, yeah, I should know that because of light gray concrete. Never mind. But what you want to do is you want to essentially from this row of gray concrete here above the doors, you want to bring it upward diagonally and forward with another row of gray concrete. Bring that row of gray concrete forward by 2 with gray concrete. And then from there, you can actually get rid of your spruce door and get out deep slate tile stairs. And you want to bring that row of gray concrete forward to the row of deep slate tile stairs. I know this is a very strange thing that I've probably never done before, but it will work out in long run eventually. I played around with this part. I tried gray concrete, I tried white concrete. I couldn't figure out what I liked best. I think that the stairs are probably the best option, but I'm not quite sure because the stairs do add a little bit of like a kind of overhang to it, which is what I wanted. But, yeah, what you want to do is you want to go left to right or right to left on top of that row of stairs. Does not matter, and you want to place... What's the number? I forgot the number. 2 white concrete. 15 blue concrete. And then 2 white concrete. Is that correct? Okay, I was just making sure that it was up against the stairs, because I wasn't 100% positive on that, but it is. You then want to copy that row 9 more times. I'm trying to figure out if I can think of that in my head, if that's correct. That should be. Wait, is that... Oh, yeah, okay, that is. Never mind. So your blue concrete should be a total of a 15 by 10 rectangle. I almost said square. It's not a square. Squares are not like that. Squares are more squarey, you know? It makes perfect sense. But, yeah, this isn't a very complicated build. It looks very strange, I will say that. Decide for yourself if that's a good or a bad thing, because I don't know. My last couple of builds, I've really fought to try and make it look good. The modern house, I say, is the smoothest. The modern and suburban houses, the houses always go okay for me. I don't really need to, like, struggle with them as much, but Popeyes, was that what I just did, or did I do something in between? Oh, no, I did Mitas, that's what I'm thinking of. Mitas was not fun either. Mitas, Popeyes, those were both a pain for me. What was the other one? Rite Aid was okay. But the last two I've really, or last three I guess at this point, I've really had some struggles with. You then want to place a row of white concrete on top of that. Well, because it's just hard. It's hard to get the letters. That's always my struggle. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to take the row of deep slate tile stairs at the bottom, and you want to bring them left or right on each side by 5 with light gray concrete. So it should overhang the gray concrete by 1. These little pillars. You then want to bring those light gray concretes also back on that overhang by 3, so they're going to be in line with the wall. And you want to bring those little corners of light gray concrete up by 7 with light gray concrete. And then 4 with white concrete. So that's going to give you almost a t-shirt shape out of the white concrete. Like, it looks like a t-shirt design. If Sam's made t-shirts, this would 100% be what the design would be like. Do they make t-shirts? Probably not. I don't think they'd have a t-shirt with their brand name, although you never know. But yeah, it's a weird design, but it's how it is on the actual like builds in the actual same clubs. Although I don't think the light gray concrete is necessarily quite as big, and the blue isn't as big. It's a diamond instead. But I can't figure out how to make it look good, so I just made a TV screen, because when in doubt, TV screens always give you the answers. But yeah, it's a very wide t-shirt, but you get the point. Yeah, that's kind of wide. I mean, it does look like a t-shirt design. If it goes further down there, like it's like, I don't know, it's cut off this. You're zooming in. I don't know. You get the point though. It does. It sort of does just cut off. Especially with the blue square. The blue square really makes it look like a t-shirt. I don't know why. Because I originally built it and I had the letters first. The letters are actually, if you notice, they're actually in the build still. I have another set of them. But yeah. So I want to direct our attention to the back momentarily. Now, if you want to wait till you get to the back while you're filling in the walls to do this, you can. But I'm just going to do it now. So you want to take your sideways pillar quartz blocks here at the back, and you want to bring each of them up by 3 with sideways pillar quartz blocks. So it's going to be as tall as the gray concrete, and that's all you really want to do. I just wanted to get that out of the way because it's going to be important, because the next step is going to kind of go over it. So what you want to do is on top of this top row of gray concrete on the outside edge of your build, so essentially any gray concrete that hasn't been dealt with, because you can see these are covered up, so you're not going to see them, so don't worry about them, but like really this outer rectangle, you want to place 8 rows of light gray concrete on top of the row of gray concrete. So it's going to be as tall as the little light gray concrete cutouts in your t-shirt sleeve. The little like pillars that come up from the gray concrete pillars of light gray concrete, that should all be the same height. And then the white concrete's essentially just sticking out the top. And you want to place these 8 rows of light gray concrete on top of every single, again, outer wall that is important. And when you hit the garage, just go over the garage and have the back as a straight line. I think it's easier that way. Yeah, this is a very weird way I'm showing you how to build this, and also just the way this is designed. My last 2 big stores have been strange, Aldi. Also, my next one I did get suggested, so I'm probably going to do that next. I only did this instead of that one because I've had this on my list and have had it requested. I want to say middle of last year I had it requested, maybe even early last year, and I never gotten around to it because I couldn't figure out the letters. But I finally have made it. I'd say out of anything, this is one of the nicer ones to get done. Because it's just, I've had it for so long, just sitting there, like, me just like, how do I go about this? And then I just went on after school one day, I just went on a letter building spree, and I found my answer. I just completely erased the idea of having the diamond. I think that's what was throwing me off, because I didn't like the way that the diamond shape looked, but I wanted to keep it, since that is their logo. But I ended up scrapping it and just making the letters, and I found something that looked good for the letters, so I was like, okay, I'll do this, and then worry about the diamond later, and I just decided to make it a rectangle square thing instead of a diamond, even though it's not a square. But yeah, I'd say I'd say if you wanted to try to take a shot at the diamond, you could. I don't think the diamond is going to be something you're going to be able to make look that good in this specific build because of the shape of it. Because the thing with the diamond is it has to be larger than the letters to the point where the letters don't go over the edge of the diamond. That is the thing that I was struggling with, and that's the only reason I couldn't figure out how to get it to work. Because it just wouldn't, I couldn't get it to, the diamond to be the right size, because it either just looked dumb, or it looked like it had too many sharp edges. That was the biggest thing I was running into. And then the rectangle, like you can see, that's not even a square. If it was a diamond, it'd have to be a square to start, and that was kind of where a different issue was coming. Granted, it's, what is it, 15 by 10, so I could extend it probably off the top by 1. I don't even remember how the letters work on it, I'm gonna be completely honest with you here. But, yeah, it definitely was not an easy thing to figure out. But, nonetheless, I'm happy to get it done. And then, next will probably be another big store, and then I think I'm gonna try to move into some of my restaurants. Because I have one that I want to make, more so because I want to talk about it, because it's a very, very weird restaurant. I'm not sure even what they serve. I'm gonna be completely honest. I don't have no idea what they serve. I just know something about them that makes them very strange and peculiar. And that's about it. And also another one, because, I have other, I don't know how to describe it, but I don't know. One that I just want to do, because, I've had it requested from people on Discord for reasons. But, yeah. That one will probably be a while, because it's a long name, and I have the letters, but I just don't think it would fit in the size of a build that I want. So once you've done that, you should have this. There is your outer edge of your build. Now it looks a little bit weird because of the gray and the light gray concrete, but we'll worry about that later. If I can remember. If not, it's a row of smooth quartz slabs that's in line with the bottom row of light gray concrete. So, yeah. But I think now we're going to focus on the letters. That seems like a fair assumption. So what you can do is you can clear your inventory and get out. We're going to need some of the materials again, but it's okay. Smooth quartz blocks. Smooth quartz stairs. I'm actually going to use normal quartz again, just so you can see the lines, but use smooth quartz. Smooth quartz is 10 times better. Smooth quartz slabs. I'm actually going to get out smooth quartz slabs as well, because I do need them, and I do want them for the other step. Deep slate tile blocks. Deep slate tile stairs. What else? And you do need white concrete again. So you should have 3 slots still remaining. Again, I just have the 2 different slabs, although you should only have 1. But, yeah, what you're going to want to do to start off is, I don't know where the letters actually start. Okay. Okay, come to the bottom left-hand corner, blue concrete, and what you want to do is you want to count upward diagonally to the right by 1 and place an upside-down smooth quartz stair facing left. Bring it up with a block and then a stair facing left. And bring either stair right with its reverse slab. So upside down stair, normal stair, upside down slab. Just like that. Leave a 1 block out from the bottom of that and place 3 smooth quartz blocks moving up and bring the bottom block right with a slab. Leave a 1 block out from the bottom of that, place an upside down smooth quartz stair facing left. Bring it right with a slab. Then an upside down stair facing right. Bring either stair up with 2 blocks. Just like that. Then leave a 1 block out from the bottom of that, and you want to place 3 smooth quartz blocks moving up. Bring the top 2 blocks each right with an upside down slab, and then bring the bottom block right with a normal slab. And you want to again bring each slab right with its reverse stair facing right. So upside down stair, wait, is that correct? Yeah, upside down slab, normal stair, upside down slab, normal slab, upside down stair. Just like that. Now you have the word club, which is half of the battle. Now you want to come to the top left-hand corner of your C, and what you want to do is you want to count upward diagonally to the left by 1 and then up 1, and you want to place an upside down smooth quartz stair on this block facing left, goodness. Bring that stair up with a slab. Bring that same stair right with a block. Then an upside down stair facing right. Then go up with a block. Then a stair facing right. Left with a block. then an upside down stair facing left, up with a block, then a stair facing left, right with a block, then a stair facing right, and then down with an upside down slab. So there's your S. It's gonna look better for you. If you noticed it on the original build, how much better it looks. The lines make it look so much worse, and I don't know how it does that. Like, I didn't even realize it until I went and did that on Rite Aid to make it easier to see. It looks so much worse, and I don't know how. But what you want to do is you want to leave a one block out from the bottom of that and place 2 smooth quartz stairs facing into each other. Then on top of that, place 2 upside down smooth quartz stairs facing into each other. Then bring the right stair up with an upside down stair facing left, and bring that left with an upside down slab. There's your A. We're almost done. That was bad. Leave a one block gap from the bottom of that and place 3 smooth quartz blocks moving up. Then bring the top block right with an upside down slab. Then right with a normal slab. Then an upside down slab, and then a normal stair facing right. Bring the normal slab and the normal stair each down with 2 blocks. So, that was a really weird way for me to describe that, because I said bring it right with a normal slab, but it's going to be a half a block off, so just keep that in mind that they are technically diagonally touching. But yeah, there's your M. Leave a one block out from the bottom of that, place a smooth quartz slab, then a stair facing, then right with a stair facing left, then up with an upside down stair facing left, then left with an upside down slab, up with an upside down stair facing right, and then right with an upside down slab. Just like that. Between the M and the S, I would find the blue concrete that's essentially upward diagonally to the left from the top of the S, and you want to place an upside down smooth quartz slab on that. And there you have your letters, and it says Sam's Club. That's perfect. Now, what I would do is come to the left and the right of your, come to the back left or back right of your, front section, like one that sticks up, and you want to take the top 3 rows of white concrete and you want to bring them back by 6 on both sides. And then connect them together at the back, or along the back, just like this. And then what I'm going to do before I do the roof is around your entire build, minus that front section, you want to take at the bottom row of light gray concrete, you want to place a row of upside down smooth quartz, or sorry, normal smooth quartz slabs going all around your build. You don't want them to be upside down. That was a dumb thing for me to accidentally say. You can do upside down on the top row of gray concrete. That's also an option, but just the point of this is to break them up, not to separate them by half a block like that. Or how that would be. Or to break up the light gray concrete, sorry, God. It doesn't matter what you put it on, just so that they're separate from each other, because that's what we're trying to do here, and we're trying to just kind of break up the colors a little bit. What I don't understand is in Minecraft, for me, that looks so bad. I don't like the way that looks. But then when you, like, I don't know, look at it in real life, it looks fine. I almost just spilled that. That would have been terrible. It's like barely any water, but whatever. Then what you want to do is you want to take the top row of white concrete or light gray concrete. You want to place a row of deep slate tiles on top of it. I'm gonna probably not fill in the roof, by the way, but I'm gonna fill it in a little bit and maybe talk about stuff. Great, NHL notification, fantastic. It's 2:40. Why are there games going? I knew they were going on, but still, why are they going on? Who wants to play hockey at 12 in the morning, p.m. 12 in the afternoon, sorry. $12 in the morning, I guess. Is 12 in the morning considered 12 a.m.? That's an interesting question. I don't know, I just refer to it as midnight. So what do AM and PM stand for? Why am I thinking about time now? What you want to do is around the outside of either deep slate tile row, you want to place a row of upside down deep slate tile stairs, and it's going to want to go all the way around your build. Except for, obviously, at the lower section, which is the big portion of the build, you're going to want to not, like, interfere with the middle section. Just kind of go into the sides of it and don't go around it, obviously. I think that's common sense, but I don't know. Depends on what you're trying to build, I guess. Aldi had a weird exception to that. I actually do really like Aldi, though, not gonna lie. I'm happy with my Aldi. But yeah, I'm not gonna talk about anything because we're almost done this section. Then I have to explain how to do something else, and then it's dumb if I start something. Now what you want to do is you want to fill in either section, either roof, in with deep slate tiles, and just kind of fill them in flat. You can do other ways of doing this. I've talked about it, like with white concrete or white wool or snow or whatever. Snow would be a really good option, actually. If you like do it a half, not a half block. I mean, you could, I guess, top snow. But do like a block lower or something and have a snow roof. I think that'd actually be your best option. Or maybe stone. I don't know. I don't know what roofs of buildings look like. It's probably different from place to place. Like probably in, I don't know, in like Texas, they're probably different than they are in, Florida or Carolina. I was trying to think of a really, really rainy state. And I couldn't. I just couldn't. I don't know why. Florida's kind of... Nah, Florida, I would say, is more humid. Yeah, Florida's humid. Florida's humid, Texas is arid. Which, arid is essentially humid, but minus the wet part. That's a really weird... What is it with me and wording things in bad ways? Arid is, like, really dry and hot. Humid is really, like, moist and hot? Is that damp? Damp is the word, I guess. That probably fits that better. I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. I haven't, like, talked in it. Actually, I should probably do it. But then that's gonna annoy me. Okay. Whatever, let's continue from the back. So I do just want to say that I've also been getting a lot of suggestions. Or not, like, a ton. I haven't gotten a whole ton recently. I've gotten a good amount of suggestions recently. Which is good. Thank you for everyone who is giving me suggestions. I can't guarantee when they'll be done, though. When it, like, the suggestions that I'm getting. There's something that I haven't done still that I got suggested forever ago. And I'm not quite sure when I do it, because there's something about it that I don't want to do it. It's not because it's bad, it's just I don't have any experience with what it is. Which, it's different if it's something like Wingstop, for example, because that's... I can figure out answers very easily by Googling that, but it's from a cartoon, and I have no familiarity with the cartoon, so... I know it's not a bad cartoon, I just don't have experience with it. Yeah. I'm trying to work on things that I think, maybe not necessarily easier, but things that I've had for a while, and then trying to go newer, and, like, things that people have, I've had multiple suggestions of. Sam's Club is one of them that I've had multiple suggestions of, and I just haven't been able to figure it out until now. Something else I think I got suggested for a second time recently, and I was like, okay, I'll build that soon. I forget what it was. I have no idea what it was. I'm gonna be completely honest. I don't remember. But, yeah, I do really enjoy getting suggestions because they're very helpful. Especially when I'm in a stretch like I was at. I'd say, like, towards the end of last year, I started to get into a stretch where I just didn't know what to build. And I kept doing remakes because I had no idea what to build. There were a lot of days where I went on and just... Including Popeyes. When I made Popeyes. I went on and I was like, I have no idea what I want to build. And I just... It was hard to figure out. But, yeah, Pizza Hut I might remake soon, but I'm holding off on that only because I don't really want to remake it, just because it's my oldest built tutorial that has yet to be remade. And once that gets remade, I don't even know what the next, youngest is. Let me actually look at that real quick. How does the tutorial, okay, the tutorials do go, oldest, Pet Store has been, Lego Store has been, Church, which is actually, I do want to also remake that, actually. Gas Station I haven't remade, I don't think. That one I probably won't remake for a while, if I ever do. Then after that, it's... What is it after that? Domino... No, I did remake Domino's. I've actually... Barber Shop. I forgot that I made that, not gonna lie. And then after that, Laundromat. Dairy Queen I did. Aquarium I probably should. I'm sorry, I'm looking at my phone at the same time and it's not working very well. Arby's? I have not. Arby's I really like the look of, but I think that I should definitely remake it. I'm thinking about remaking it. What I've noticed about my old builds that are good is there's something about all of them that makes me very confused. Like, because I've been doing the series where I upgrade or like improve those older ones, and you'll notice, like, my old Wendy's, for example. There's some things about those that it's like, why in the world did I decide to do that? And it's kind of interesting to look at. And maybe, like, I wonder if I'm ever going to come back to some of these builds in, like, 2 or 3 years and be like, why is that like that? I don't think something like this, though, because this is so simple, but, like, some things, it's just... Those more complex sort of ones, Outback actually didn't have any issue. Waffle House I haven't remade. That one will probably never get remade. I don't have plans to remake that one. That one I think is good enough and does not require a remake. But, yeah. I mean, it's not great. It's not, like, amazing or anything. I just don't have a reason to remake it, because it's kind of what Waffle House looks like. There's nothing about it to remake, if that makes sense. I mean, I guess it could go for some structural change. Pharmacy, I haven't. Pharmacy, probably I won't. Because I've made CVS Pharmacy now, and what was the other one that I just made? I did just make one, right? I'm not going crazy. I might be. Donut shop, I probably won't remake that either, because that just, I don't know. Dunkin' Donuts, Krispy Kreme, which I haven't made yet, but it's on my list. That's one that I want to do soon, too, because I haven't done that one. Also, something that I actually got suggested from my dad, so that's pretty interesting. He gave me a really good suggestion, which I'm a little bit scared to do it, only because I was like, okay, this will be easy, because I knew what it was, and I was like, okay, yeah, that's not a huge thing, but no, they changed the entire complexion of what it is. Not like, there's some places that, like, completely rebrand. It didn't rebrand, it just, they modernized their building so much that it's now massive. And I'm like, oh boy, because it used to be, like, some little, like, probably, I don't know, probably 200 feet wide, I'd say. And it's just like a bunch of the same thing just repeating over and over. But now they made it modern. I'm like, oh boy. I mean, I enjoy building modern. It's just, it would have been easier if I go the old way. But I also, again, modern is the style that I'm going for on this channel, so I'm not sure. I filled in that entire roof. That's pretty. I'm just finish it at this point, whatever. But like, I don't know. I've always like stuck with trying to do modern, and I think that it works out better for me typically if I do modern. The only time I'm not is if it's like a building that like has something about it. That's the second time it's done that to me today. It's like randomly breaks half the road that I just placed. But like the only time I don't do something modern is if it's like something about a build where it's like, okay, yeah, every single building essentially is gonna look like this. Like what was it that I just Aldi? Aldi isn't really modern, but I mean it sorta kinda is. But it's how every single Aldi looks. Or almost every single Aldi. There's gonna be those ones that are like, nope, not today. And that's just how business works. Businesses are weird. But it is kind of interesting. But yeah, once you've done that and filled in your roof, ladies and gentlemen, that is the exterior of your Sam's Club complete. I don't know why I wanted to say remake, but it is not a remake. And I'm not going to show you how to do the interior because it's so big. But yeah, I think that's so. If you guys did enjoy this video, again, if you have any suggestions, or leave them in the comments below. I might not get to them in quick time, although I will get to them eventually, I promise. But yeah, we finished it, didn't I? We'll see you on the next one. Peace.